Court, let's talk a little bit about Halo Infinite and the fact that the game likely won't have maps and map remakes according to 343 Industries. The developer still wants maps to feel like a little bit of a nostalgia trip, according to WindowsCentral.com. So the article reads like this. Halo, in a new interview with IGN, developers 343 Industries have announced that Halo Infinite likely won't have any map remakes. This is a departure from Halo tradition, as previous Halo games have typically included remakes of maps that were in previous games. So, for example, Halo 4's Ragnarok was a remake of Halo 3's Valhalla. The reason why this is the case is because the developers want Halo Infinite's maps to feel fresh and don't want them to feature the exact same layout as previous maps, though the studio does want some maps to feel reminiscent of the past. The article continues to say, from the designer Andrew Witz, he commented saying, quote, "I think that's what we've done with Big Team Battle Map. Fragmentation is something we want." He also states that, quote, "We want things to feel new, but we want things to be a bit reminiscent without giving you the exact same layout or the same layout with slight differences, because we're a different game with different needs." He continues to say, there are some maps that have been coming out in almost every single iteration of Halo, added lead multiplayer level designer Cale George. So I wouldn't say we never do a remake, but again, we're doing a spiritual reboot. So we look at how we kind of put our own twist on it, but still make it feel a little bit of nostalgia trip when you kind of run through them. And we've tried one-to-one ports, and they don't work well. And the last piece here, Court, is just that overall, it sounds like they likely won't be doing any direct map remakes in Halo Infinite, but players can expect maps that resemble elements of the previous maps, such as the fragmentation map that's similar to Halo 3's Valhalla in some ways. And one-to-one ports of older maps may come in the future, but since it seems like it won't be very likely, and that's coming from 343 and Windows Central for the article. Court, what do you think? Because this is making the rounds right now that people are probably somewhat upset, or you get the regular Twitter and YouTube posts, right, of, what do you mean I'm not going to get retro maps? What do you think?
Well, it's just like, I'm going to compare it to the Star Wars movies. Everybody got what they wanted in the first one, didn't like it in the second one, and then when they got it the same feel in the third one, they were like, why are you copying? For me, I look at it this way. Me personally, not other people. People might want nostalgia. I want something new and fresh from Halo. I want to play something different because I have been playing the Master Chief Collection, and you can still go play the Master Chief Collection. And from what I'm understanding from what 343 is saying, in the future, they'll probably do some fan service and say, hey, here's some new maps that are with some old feel, like maybe a year into the game. Because I'll quote you every single time, this game is called Halo Infinite, not Halo
6, 7, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
One shot.
I think they're going to eventually do something and upgrade those maps that we have from the Master Chief Collection and integrate them to the same. But we'll see. This is just my theory, but I would like something fresh and new. And they're trying to bring in new Halo players. That's just my opinion.
That's the thing, too, is that you are looking at a new base of players. You have an old generation of players that loved Halo, that want Halo in whatever capacity. You have lapsed players that fell off maybe a couple of games ago and they never returned, so they'll probably pick it up. And you have new players, brand new players, and I think that brand new market is absolutely massive. We've talked about this before, but like folks that have tried out the Master Chief Collection as the first taste of Halo and going, oh, this is fun, or I've only played Call of Duty and that's kind of where I live. This is a different experience. Like, we got to understand that there are other perspectives and there are other generations of players that are, they're coming to the game for the first time. And if you're 343, and even as a developer and as a designer, you want to create something new. As a designer of a video game or whatever your trade is, you are wanting to do something new and not always iterate off of just what worked. Let's look at music. Do you really want your favorite bands just recreating the same song, same album, same style? They always try to create something new and maybe pay homage to songs of old or give you a similar tone or feel, right? but they want to create and expand. And I think it's no different here. We got to be able to get excited for new maps. And to your point, they can take elements of the old and put them into the new ones.
Yeah, it's just more of the Master Chief Collection already exists. So why would you need to make the same thing? They already made HD remakes of these maps.
Yeah,
it's not
that's
to
the
say
point
that they
too.
won't come in, but yeah, like the Halo Master Chief Collection exists. So you're gonna have Halo Infinite, you're gonna have the Halo Master Chief Collection. If you want old maps, go play the old map. If you want nostalgia, go get it. But if the developer and everybody at 343 Industries wants to do something different, let them. If it fails, let them. You know?
And
It
they'll
is
see
what it
by the
is.
numbers, right? But I don't think that's the
Exactly.
case when you see how many people all over the internet are playing those flights and engaging and giving it positive praise and feedback that this thing is awesome and I can't wait for it to launch. I never really saw, and there probably are people out there, but I never saw that as a big thing of like, this isn't the old map. This isn't what I played in Halo 3 or Halo 2. People were just excited that they got something new and fresh and a little bit different, and it plays what they know from Halo in the past.
Agreed.
Let us know in the comments below, everybody. What do you think about no new maps, or they're not going to really iterate off the old? We're going to get a little taste of it, but let us know what you guys think of the maps, of the flights as well. And if you guys enjoy the show, do Court and I a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit that thumbs up. If you enjoyed, you can always take the thumb back, Court. They don't have to leave it there. If they didn't enjoy this, they just remove it, and they get all upset with us. It's fine.
Oh, thummy.
It's
fine.
It's fine, Court.
Now we're going on a tangent.
Don't worry, Court. All right, I'll see you later, everybody.